Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Sheek Louch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID and all that. They rocking strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie, just all talk.
Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK, Delaware. We definitely representing doing some big things.
202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing. Hold on here. All right, Shalom, Lord Christ. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man, who's let me center myself up, so I think I'm good right there. I'm just going to check the feed real quick just to make sure that the volume is coming through good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there, man. This is ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West Harlem, New York, under commanding General Johanna. And what we do, so what we do is we teach our brothers and sisters the truth. We teach our brothers and sisters, man, that you come from, you know what I'm saying, the blood of brothers in the Bible like King David, King Solomon. You come from, you know, the line of, you know, the Ishkarites, you know what I'm saying, the line of the Judites, you know what I'm saying. We descend from a man named Isaac, man, you know what I'm saying, Isaac and Jacob and Abraham. And those things the church never tell you because they keep you dancing all the time. So it's like, it's hard for our people to really figure out and get to where we need to be because it's always some charlatan standing in the way. You know, it's always somebody that wants to keep you doing the old things, you know what I'm saying? The old way that, you know, the old things that we've been trying that never seem to work. You know, that's the crazy thing about, you know, religion, man. It doesn't give us any answers. Christianity doesn't give us answers to anything. And, you know, being out here, you know, going through what we go through in life, just pretty much anybody who have came into the school, it's like you were that person who could see things and know that things weren't the way that they were supposed to be. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, the Lord woke us up to come into this way of life, which is not an easy way of life. It's an uphill battle, of course. You know, you're always going to battle. Satan is always going to be, you know, coming at you all the time. But what you got to do is you got to make sure that you know, you stand strong in the truth. And when you're going through things, you make sure that you get, you know, counsel. Make sure that you lean on your brothers and sisters. You're supposed to lean on your sisters. And we're supposed to lean on each other because, you know, we going through this together. But, you know, for every new brother that comes into the truth, if every day was going to be a good day, if you always was going to be able to do what you wanted to do and be able to chill like you wanted to chill, then, you know, it's no doubt that you would always be here. But the truth is not about just, you know, the fun times that we have. It's also about the work. You know what I'm saying? The work that we do, the time we put in, you know what I'm saying? And brothers know, you know, it's consistent grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, since I've been in the truth, it's just been a consistent grind since I've been in here. And even when you think that you get a win, you still have to search for another one. Shout out to Kana. You know, you always gotta make sure that you're searching for that other win, because you can get real complacent thinking that you already won when nobody won anything. It said, he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. So in this time, if you're a brother, make sure that you get more militant. If you're a sister, make sure that you're more sisterly. Make sure that you are, you know, picking up missions too. You know what I'm saying? Sisters can go on missions too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, you don't want to be that sister that just, you know, she's just wrapped up in, you know, whatever the hell, you know, her husband is doing. Not saying like, you know, of course you're supposed to worry about those things, but I'm talking about more so on the lines of, you know, a sister that's all she's worried about is, you know, him not being home, or him, you know what I'm saying? Like those things that, you know, don't really mean anything. Really, what a sister should do is, you know what I'm saying, pick up a mission, man. You know what I'm saying? Go and figure out how you can strengthen the school, how you can bring things back to the table that can make us stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that we need everybody to do, male and female. You know, there's always work that you can do. And the little things that we give a damn about, it really means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Because if it's not nothing that's furthering, you know, us getting from under this devil that we've been under, if it's not nothing furthering how we can get more brothers and sisters into this truth, or how we can get in front of more eyes and get more food and different things like that, housing, if it ain't got nothing to do with that, then it's really not worth a damn, you know, and it doesn't mean anything. It's just a waste of time. So for new brothers coming into the truth, man, I'm going to pull the scripture. It's Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha. And it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, because temptation is going to be the thing that's going to try to take you out of the truth. And so many brothers fall to that because they was in the school, they was listening to the scriptures, but they wasn't never internalizing the scriptures. And that's the thing too. Like, when you come into class, you're not supposed, we don't have class for you just to waste your damn time and the person who's teaching the class's time. It's about you understanding the scriptures, internalizing the scriptures, and doing what the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of brothers, they'll sit up in this brotherhood class. A lot of sisters will sit up in a brotherhood, sisterhood class and listen to all the wonderful stuff that everybody's talking about, and then still leave your brothers and your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shows that a lot of people just be faking the funk. They come in here and they get tempted out of their crown by Satan, because you think that the grass is going to be greener on another side. You think that you're going to go meet somebody else that's going to be better than your husband that you have now. And you're going to see that it's never going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because Satan, that's what Satan shows you. He shows you the thing that you're going through, but he never shows you how it's going to look once you're able to work through it and get out of that situation, or whatever issue that you're dealing with. You know, we all got issues that we deal with on a regular. But when you go up to battle something, you know, you're just looking at the battle at hand. But then you don't look at how it's going to be, 2 weeks from now or a month from now. You know, but Satan don't show you that part. So you feel like you backed up against the wall and it's the end of the world, when really it's not. The scripture said, when you come into the truth, you prepare your soul for temptation, because that's what's going to come more than anything. If you're a brother and you got issues with women, hoes, whatever, that's going to be intensified when you come into the truth. If you're a brother that's, you know, you got an issue with using drugs or whatever your vice is, it's going to intensify more in the truth because you decided to get your life together and you decided to serve the Lord. So, you know, when you was in the world, Satan didn't have to come at you because you was already in the world and you didn't have a crown or you didn't have anything that would constitute you to be worthy of anything. So it didn't matter. Satan didn't have to, be on your behind, on your behind all the time. But when you come into the truth, those things is coming and they never stop, and it's a constant struggle. So it said, when you come into the truth, you got to prepare your soul for temptation. We'll keep reading on. It says, set thy heart aright and continually endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. So many people leave soon as you get into any form of resistance with the truth, man. And that be crazy to me because you come in, whatever, you get your name and you all, shalom and every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who's in here. You come into the truth and you shaloming every damn thing and you just so happy to be here. But then the minute, you get an order you don't like, you hitting for the hills. You know what I'm saying? The minute you run into a disagreement with a brother or a sister, you don't have the heart to stand up and tell them that you felt like you was wrong. So you take the bitch way out and you run. You go and make a ton of videos, and which means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things, because I done seen so many people make videos about the school and it never stops anything. It never stops the forward momentum of the school. And then it's like, people might, listen to you for about a week. But then after that, it's over. Nobody's going to listen to you anymore, and things are going to still go on to what they've been going on. And you're just going to be a bitter, sore loser to the truth because you didn't have enough brotherhood and you didn't set your heart aright. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't, constantly endure. And because you didn't do those things, this is why, you're the next cult survivor. You know what I'm saying? On somebody's platform, sitting there like you on goddamn Oprah or some damn talk show, and you just running it down while everybody else don't got no brotherhood, and you just got all this amazing brotherhood and sisterhood and that nobody else has. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's so stupid. And when you coming into the truth, you got to make sure that you don't end up being that type of a person. All right. All right, let me see. I'm going to go to, let me see. I'm going to go to 2 Peter 2:7. Hold on, let me see. Let me grab something real quick. Okay, let me get 2 Peter 2:7. 2 Peter 2:7. Just gonna do a quick breakdown real quick. 2 Peter 2:7. Just give me 1 second. Let me get it. Second Peter 2 and what am I thinking about? Be 1 Peter 2. It's a lot good. Oh, let me see something real quick. Second Peter 2:7. Might have to look it up because it don't look like I have. All right. 1 second. Let me get my phone out real quick. That's the wrong scripture. 1 second. I'm just looking it up real quick. Song New York. Filthy conversation. It is 2 Peter 2:7. Yeah. Second Peter. I swear I'm looking at 2 Peter 2:7. Peter 2. Okay, yeah. 2 Peter 2:7. I was just reading it wrong. Slocky. It says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. You know, like that's what you want to make sure that you stay away from too when you new coming into the truth, or not even just new coming into the truth, but when you just, in the truth period. You want to stay away from people that always got something to say, people that murmur. Hold on, let me bring that up too. Let me see. Let's see. It is, let me see. I'm gonna hold this real quick. Just wanted to pull that real quick. Okay, it's in Philippians 2:14, but I'm gonna hold that real quick. But yeah, you want to stay away from people who are always got something bad to say. Those people eventually, they won't last long. They'll end up, talking themselves right out the truth, because what'll happen is they'll talk to somebody else, and then that relationship will just be built off of gossip and wicked things that they're talking about. And so what'll end up happening is they'll end up beefing with that same person that they talking, to about other people. And then them two will beef, and then both of them will go to council, and they'll dime on each other, and then that'll be that, and then they'll fall out the truth. You want to always make sure that you stay away from people who speak wickedly, who always have things to say bad about the truth, bad about the school, bad about brothers, and bad about sisters. You want to make sure that you stay far away from those people, because it'll just be a matter of time before you're gone. You know what I'm saying? It's only so long that you can pretend. Like, the truth is a place where you can't pretend. If you're down with the brothers, you're down with the sisterhood, and you're really in it, then you know what I'm saying. Then you real with it. It's nothing that's gonna take you out of it. But if you're just like the type of person that's like a flaky type of person, I mean, let's be honest, man. When you go, hold on, let me see. Okay, Rich, sister in school, shalom to everybody. It's like, think about it, right? When you when you come into the truth, right? You can't be fake with it, because it's just a matter of time before you really get exposed. Like, you can't hide for long. Like, think about it, right? When we come into this truth, right? Let's be honest, man. Some people are just weirdos in the world. And when you come into the truth, you come around people that accept you, even though you're weird, people accept you, and you get a brotherhood, you get a sisterhood. Why would you throw that away? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you can see those people, because those are the people that leave. Like the straight weirdos that leave the school, and then every 2 seconds they want to open their mouth on social media about something that's going on in the truth, something that you don't care about. And it's just it's so crazy, because when those people were here, you know what I'm saying, they got brotherhood, they got sisterhood, they got people who gave a damn about them, people who helped them in their times of need. And then the minute that you know, they can't get that or use anybody anymore, then they leave or they try to find some way to lead the truth. And you know what's crazy about it is, it's like, if you don't want to be in the school or whatever, then just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will be like, it'd be so crazy because people will try to, this is what I call it. I call it suicide by the brotherhood and sisterhood. And let me explain what I mean by that. You know how, like, when a person, they want to commit suicide, right? But they don't have enough heart to do it themselves. So what they'll try to do is they'll try to go out and try to intimidate the cops so that the cops could go and kill them. It's called suicide by cop. So the person that doesn't want to be around or whatever, they don't have enough heart to just say, you know what, I'm done with this and I'm out. So they'll try to find a way to try to justify in their mind, and that's Satan, but they'll try to figure out a way to justify in their mind why they're right to leave, because they're right and we're all wrong. And that's just another way for Satan to shake you out of your crown so that you don't get the reward that Christ said that you would get. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy because a lot of these cats, you know, we're living in the last days for real, and you're gonna leave at a time like now. You know what I'm saying? When the world is at war, and we're gonna need brothers and sisters. Have y'all seen the prices of rent, the prices of mortgages now, and the prices of, you know, car payments, the prices of everything? You know, I mean, we're going to come to a time where we're going to need to lean on our brotherhood and sisterhood to be able to get by. You know what I mean? But, you know, you can see how people, who they were in the world, you can see by how they carry themselves when they leave, you know, when they get to this, you know, get around to leaving the truth. All right. So I want to get the talents too. I wanted to bring that out too. Just didn't want to forget. Hold on, let me see. Let me grab a pen real quick. Let's grab my pen. All right. Just writing it down real quick. And let me see. Let me get 2 Corinthians 10:4. 2 Corinthians 10:4. Let me see. 2 Corinthians 10:4. If y'all got any questions, man, y'all could just type them in. You know, we here, so 2 Corinthians 10:4. I'll get to it as soon as I can. This is this 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 10:4. And a lot of these are just, you know, bedrock scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It says, I'll start at 10:3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Meaning that this war that we fight in this truth is not a physical war. It's a spiritual war. Like Paul said, you know, we haven't resisted on the blood. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody, you know, telling you can't come to class. You know, it's open. You could come to class and you can have a great time and enjoy these classes every night. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling you can't do it. The white man ain't telling you can't come to class. None of that. So what's stopping you? You're the one that's stopping you. Your spirit is the thing that's stopping you, because you're not strong enough to sit in a damn class for an hour and a half. You know, like literally an hour and a half. We go, you know, we go to the club longer than that. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that we go to the club, we'll go to the club from 9 o'clock, and you know, you'll go there early so that you can be there before you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to the club at 9 o'clock. You'll sit in that club at 9 o'clock with the DJ. The DJ be setting up. and you be right in there, early, so you don't gotta pay. Why? Because you want to be there, and you don't want to be in the school. You don't want to come to class. You don't want to learn about the Bible. You don't want to do that. You'll go and you'll wait in a line to get Jordans. You'll wait in a line to get the new Jordans. You'll camp out in a damn line to get Jordans or to get tickets to a show. You'll do that. Why? Because you want to do it. But when it comes to getting your life right, getting good counsel, getting the things that you need to make everything better in your life, you'll run away from that. Because why? Because it's a spiritual battle, and Satan is whipping your ass. That's why you can't be here, because Satan is kicking your ass up and down these damn, up and down, upstairs, downstairs, through your daily life. When you go to your slavery, everything. You're just getting whipped by demons. And that's why you can't, your spirit ain't strong enough to take back your legs from Satan so that you can put them on the ground and walk into the damn class and learn. I seen a brother what was it? Was it last night? I think it might have been the night before. I was, walking down to the corner store, and he was in front of me, but he was like a block ahead, and we both happened to be walking to the same corner store. And then when I got into the corner store, he had got there first, but then when I finally got there and I walked in, I had just came from class, so I got, my vest and everything on, and I go in there, and he just was like, "Oh, hey, I know Captain you ISUPK, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Oh, I know Captain Tazariak. I watch debates and this, that, and that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, won't you come down to class?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been down there before," or something like that. And I'm like, "Well, won't you just come to class?" You know what I'm saying? We down there. And he's like, yeah. I'm gonna get down there, And so many people say that all the time. It's like, if you really want to be somewhere, you'll be there. You know what I'm saying? I know that, like the scriptures say, people honor the Lord with their lips, man. Everybody, if you ask anybody, you can ask a stripper, "Hey, you love God?" "Yeah, I love Jesus. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior." But is loving Christ enough to get off the pole? Is loving Christ enough to stop having sex with hoes? Is loving Christ enough to put weed down? No, it's not enough. Christ dying on the cross, all of that. People got tattoos of the white Jesus on their damn arm, everything, because just to show their love for Christ. But all of that, the tattoos, you got the Bible scriptures tattooed on your stomach and your back and your arms and your legs and your neck. Is that enough to make you change? And it's not. Why? Because people don't give a damn about Jesus Christ. That's the real reason. People don't give a damn about God. That's the real reason. That's really what it is. When we go out to camp, right? We go out to camp and people walk right by like they don't even hear what we're talking about. And that's because, one, Satan is just whipping your ass like all day. And you just really don't want it. You know that what we're saying is right. You know that what we stand for is correct. But you know that if you were to, really try to commit yourself, then you know that it would come with you having to change. And people don't want to change. That's really it. Nobody wants to try to seek after the Lord until the doctor tell you got cancer. And you got stage 4 cancer, metastasizing cancer, and it's it's spreading through your bones, and you got 6 months to live. Now you try to find Christ. You try to become this pleasant person when you're on your deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, we don't try to find the Lord until we go to prison. You got a 5-year sentence. We don't try to find the Lord until, you're on trial for murder and you want something miraculous to happen in your case so that you can go home. And then and you're promising that if you could just get out this one time, it'll be the thing that's going to commit you and you're going to change your life. But what ends up happening? Your technicality happens in your case. You get out and then you go right back to murdering again. And why? Because the weapons, let me read it one more time. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." And that means, like I said, it's not a physical war that we're fighting. It's a spiritual war that we're fighting. And that's really how all it boils down to in the end. Hold on, let me see. Shalom, Carletta G. Shalom to Mataji, shalom to y'all. But that's what it all boils down to, man. And that's what we all have to, make sure that we all got, like, in this truth, we got to make sure that we stay focused. Yeah, we might get some wins, but a win is not anything. You know what I'm saying? You got to look for the next one. And then after you win again, you look for another one. And then you don't get too comfortable with that win and you look for another one. And you constantly always searching, flipping over, ruffling the bushes, flipping over this, flipping over that, looking for another win. And that's the truth. That's really what the truth is. You're going to go out and you're going to spread the good news. You know what I'm saying? So to speak. And that's really what it is, man. It ain't nothing, you might see, our brother being a scripture champion, and you might say, oh man, I want to be a scripture champion. There's nothing wrong with that. Like the scriptures say, you could covet the prophesy. You know what I'm saying? You could covet those things that you see wonderful about the truth. But if that's not what you are, if you're not a scripture champion, you know what I mean? You're not, breaking the scriptures down like Captain Tazariak. If you're not doing that, then maybe your strong point might be something else. Maybe you might be good at, audio visual. Maybe you might be good at, TikTok or Instagram, or you might be good at, getting things together, events together. You might be good at, running a food program, whatever it is, and whatever your strength is, that's what you want to hone in on and focus on that. Everybody can't do the same thing. That's why it's called a body. You know what I'm saying? A body consists of arms, legs, ears, eyes, a mouth, a nose. It's different parts of a body, but it all matters, because try walking without a big toe. You know what I'm saying? Try, doing the things that you normally do with two fingers. You ain't going to be able to do it. It's going to be some sort of thing that's going to, be a hindrance to, everything running like a well-oiled machine. So every part ain't going to be the same, but every part is just as important as the other part. And you want to make sure that, whatever you choose to do in this truth, you do it and you give it 110%. And you never get off of it, because it can be a time where, you can get lazy in the truth and you start to become unfruitful in the truth. And that's where you don't want to be. You don't want to be, unfruitful in the truth, where you just not doing any damn thing. If you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a Hebrew name, you need to get one. What does that take? 90 days. 90 days to get a Hebrew name. Wow. What the hell? What's 90 days? 90 days ain't nothing. It is what it is. It's 12 weeks. I mean, it's just 12 weeks of consistency. But we'll give 12 weeks of consistency for other things that we want to do. When you're trying to get employed a month, or you're trying to get a raise at a job, or you're trying to do something like that, then of course, you'll give consistency and you'll give your all, and, you'll give your whole spirit into it, because it's something that you want to do. How much more do you have to hear? How much more scriptures do somebody need to break down for you before you know that this is real? If not, then just go to church. Church never changed. It's just more homosexual now. I don't see how any man that was a real man would even want to be in church. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you look at it, it's soft. It's a place for soft men to be in there with women who run the house, women who are in charge, and then you just got, you know, people of that community that's all sprinkled in there too. So, you know, why would you want to be a part of something like that? You know, if you are anything, you know, like a soldier, you know what I'm saying? Why would you want to, you know, why would something like that attract your interest or pique your interest? You know what I'm saying? So being in the truth, man. So let me keep reading. It says, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty. You know what I'm saying? But mighty through the Most High, through the pulling down of strongholds. Because whatever we put our spirit to is where ultimately like our power goes to. Like whatever we put our spirit in, that's where our power goes. So if we put our spirit into the scriptures, then we won't put our spirit into Christmas. You know what I'm saying? If we put our spirit into the nation of Israel, then we won't put our spirit into St. Patrick's Day. You know, if we put our spirit into the nation of Israel and our culture, then we won't, you know, go out and celebrate Thanksgiving, and we won't do the things that keep us broke, because all of it keeps us broke. You know, every time you look up, it's another holiday. The economy haven't got no better, but the holidays is right on time because it's right there to keep you broke. And people will know, they will know better. You know, my birthday was the other day, right? And I'm gonna cut it off too, matter of fact. But my birthday on Facebook, right? Because like I don't, you know, of course, you know, being in the truth, I don't care about none of that stuff. But my birthday was on there, and people was like, happy birthday on my timeline. And I'm just thinking to myself, these people never respond to anything I put out through the year. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? People that, you know, is on your friends list that you never talk to is wishing you a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like people in the world are compelled to do the things that are of the world. They're compelled to do it. Even if you don't know somebody, you telling them happy birthday. Because it's just, you're just compelled to do it. Why? Because it comes out of the damn air in America. It comes out the walls. It comes out the radio, TV. It comes out of everything because you just feel like you got the need to do it. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I would rather, don't tell me happy birthday, you know, give me a thumbs up on a post. You know, come into class, sit down, learn, you know, take advantage of these free classes that we got here. You know, I would rather you do that than wishing me a happy birthday. You know, that means absolutely nothing. All right. Let's go. It says pulling down. Hold on. It says yeah, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, through the pulling down of strongholds. Now that spiritual warfare, it will pull down the strongholds. You know what I mean? Like the Christian church, you know, gangs, different things like that. Strongholds that have holes on our people. You know, voting. I mean, black people are still going to go and vote for Joe Biden. Black people are so afraid of Trump and racism, and even just not even saying afraid of racism, but afraid to face it. We're so afraid to face it that we'll go out in droves just to elect a president that just doesn't seem racist. Even though the economy is jacked up, they said that we can't even do, like, America won't even last to another 4 years of Biden. Because, I mean, Biden, like, I mean, for some reason, there's no money to do anything, but, you know, there's always enough money to send overseas some damn where, while you got people underneath of bridges begging for money at the debt. I've never seen so many bums. You know what I'm saying? Like so many poor people at lights. You know, you can't even go like some of the gas stations, like it's gas stations, right? I won't even go to because I know as soon as I get out this damn car, I gotta have somebody asking me for something. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is. It's like as soon as I was riding past this one gas station. It's like notoriously known for like people like trying to panhandle. I looked over. It's like 4 or 5 people like just walking around. You know, just aimlessly walking around in the parking lot of the bar of the gas station, walking by the pump, standing up by the store. Some people sitting on the ground. I'm like, I'm not about to go get gas over there. You know what I'm saying? But that's because the economy is so jacked up. You know what I'm saying? People are poor out here. You know what I'm saying? But having that spiritual warfare that we fight, and we take our spirit out of America, America will fall the right way and will come up the right way, like the scripture said. But in order for us to do it, we got to get our spirit right. You know, like you'll hear cats on social media like, man, I'm just ready. Call me when y'all ready to go pick up some guns. For what? Why would we got guns? But what's the point if you don't know who to shoot with them? You know what I'm saying? Black people got guns, and we shoot each other and kill each other with the damn guns. So what's the point of having guns? You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to get trained up right. You got to get your spirit right so you know what to properly do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't think that the Lord is going to give you or give us the glory of ending white supremacy, you know, if our spirit ain't right, if we can't, you know, stop marrying, you know, white women. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord ain't gonna give us that glory. The Lord is gonna keep us right where we at, right here in America, being told by everybody else what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't get our spirit right. We can't get in the kind of spirit that we need to be in. Not that kind of spirit like where, you know, as soon as the cops kill somebody, you know, and, you know, we want to march and be mad about it. And then 2 weeks later, you know, we want to be holding hands again. Nah, not that kind of mad, you know, because that mad is not really being mad. That's just taking the opportunity to, you know, steal some shit. You know what I'm saying? In a way, I get that we upset, but, you know, being upset and, you know, about what the oppressor does to black people, we're not going to be able to fix that by stealing lottery scratch-off tickets in the store, by going in a CVS and stealing, you know, medication from behind a damn pharmacy. Like, that's not going to, you know, get us where we need to be. The only thing that's going to get us where we need to be is getting our spirit right. You know what I'm saying? To walk in this truth. You know, understanding that spiritual warfare that we fight against Satan, against the demons, against everything that's trying to keep you down and in the world. You know what I mean? Like, we're never going to be able to achieve that unless we set our minds right. And then when we do that, we'll be able to pull down these strongholds that has those holes on us. And it says, casting down imaginations. Imaginations, that's demons right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the demons, the imaginations in your head. The scriptures say one thing, you think it's something else because you imagining that it's supposed to be this way when the scriptures is telling you that it's that way. You know what I'm saying? That's an imagination. Imagination is a damn demon that's in your mind making you imagine. You know who else was imagining? Martin Luther King was imagining. He was imagining that we was all going to just love each other. And we still see in 2024, that's not the case. It's a story out right now where the tow truck driver, he went to this guy's crib, black guy, went to his crib and tried to repossess his car in the middle of the night. When the guy comes out, the guy grabs his hammer, he comes outside, he tells the tow truck guy, hey, you know, you're just the wrong house, you know what I'm saying? Wrong car, you ain't taking my car, you ain't repossessing my car. So the tow truck guy, white guy, he leaves, he calls the cops. He tells the cops that you know, he's trying to repossess his car, and the homeowner came out and pulled a gun out, and, you know, he wanted to, you know, he had to repossess the car. So the cops go back to the house, but the cops like hide, you know what I'm saying? They hide, right? So when the guy comes back outside again, because he sees the tow truck and everything out there, he comes out there again, and the cops just ambush him and just kill him. You know what I mean? Come to find out, it was the wrong house. And that truck that the tow truck guy was trying to repossess really was it wasn't the right address, and it was the wrong vehicle. See what I'm saying? Like until we're able to get our spirits right, you know what I mean? And cast out those imaginations that somehow this place is gonna be for us, you know what I mean? And we're gonna be able to get some rest here. We have to set our spirit right, man. We got to get in the truth. And these are the things that we got to work on while we're in the truth, right? Because just because you come into the truth doesn't mean that you got permanent staying power. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to work towards that. You got to make yourself stronger. You got to get your spirit stronger, and you work that out over time. And then you know what I'm saying? You solidify your spot in the truth, because so many people come through the school, but I've seen in my short time here that, you know, end up leaving. You know, I've seen people come in here that went through Hebrew Academy, stood up there and, you know, got their cover and, you know, and professed that they was never leaving the truth, and they left the truth, gone. And their covers are hanging up in schools all across the nation. You know, I've seen sisters come in here and wrap their head up, and the damn head wrap go up to the damn ceiling. You know, she just so shaloming, and, you know, it's you know, such a wonderful, you know, sister, delight, and all of that, and cook and all of that. And then before you know it, she stops cooking spaghetti. She stopped doing this. She stopped doing that, and then you don't see her no more, and then she's gone. And that's just the way it goes, man. People endure for a time. And then when they're offended, then they're gone. Just like it said in the book of Mark, what Christ said. You know, some people are going to get the truth, and they're going to receive it with gladness. They're going to say, man, you know what? Christ is black. We the Israelites. Love y'all niggas. I'm never leaving the truth. Sisters are coming here. Oh, I love my sisters. Oh, I love the general. I love the way brothers is brothers and sisters is sisters and this, that, and that. In a year, 2 years from now, you won't ever hear that sister again. You won't ever hear from her again. Because people talk a good game. You know what I'm saying? People, they're just not consistent people. And that's literally how it is. You could tell that's how that person was in the world. In the world, I was a loyal person in the world. That's why I can go to any side of town. I can go in the hood on the east side, the west side, South Bridge. I can go to Riverside. I can go everywhere, because when I was in the world, I was a loyal person. I played by the rules. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the streets hustling. Play by the rules. And because of that, I have a good rapport in the street, not just in the truth, but also I have a good report from people that's in the world. You get my point? Some people just don't have that in the world. It just was probably nobodies that nobody even dealt with. Then you come into the truth, you find brothers that accept you. And then you go back to the world, you know. I mean, really, how much really can you do in the world? Really, there's nothing really you can really do in the world. Really, all it is, okay, in the world, you can celebrate holidays, you can smoke weed, pop pills, and you can, you know, have sex with hoes. If you a sister, just go in reverse. You can just be a hoe. That's really all it is. And drugs and you just... it's really nothing. Really, when you think about it, it's really nothing. It might seem like it's a lot that you can do in the world, but it's really not. It's only really you can go and have sex with no strings attached. You can get pop pills or smoke weed, and that's about it. I mean, unless anybody else know any other things you can do. I mean, you can lie to people. I mean but that kind of gets wrapped up in that. But I mean, really, it's not really much you can really do. And people will shake themselves out of a crown for that one thing, and it's ridiculous. All right, where we at with it? Let me see what we got. Right, yeah, you're right, sis. You're right. Kanan said she saw the video, and that's America, man. And you know what I'm saying? And until we get our spirits right, we ain't never going to not see that, And that was the thing that made me angry. And we talking about, for people that's tuning in, we talking about, being new in the truth, being in it, not just being new in the truth, but just being in the truth. Those things that I saw, like before I came into the truth, those things made me upset. But it made me mad to the point where my anger is at a point where, thanks be to Commander General Yohana, the generals, captains, the sisters, and the brothers, man, is like that anger that I have for the things that happen to our people, it solidified me being in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my rock in the truth. That perfect hatred, that perfect brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? That aggression with brotherhood. That aggression with sisterhood. That's what's gonna make you stay in the truth. When you elevate past the part of you're just in a school or you're just in an organization. You get my point? It's when you get to the point where, this brother is my homeboy. This is my brother. This is my, this is my, the brother that I go to war with. This is the sister that I go to war with. These sisters is right there when we're going to different cities. These sisters is right there when we go to the Passover. These sisters are right there when we go to High Holy Days. Those sisters are right there when we go out to the club or we go and we do something, where we go out on the town or whatever. Those sisters that are right there. When I go from city to city, the same brothers that's right there, that have been there through the years. That's my rock in the truth. So when somebody come through and they leave, it don't even matter to me because I have those brothers and those sisters that's down with me the same way I'm down with them. And if anybody says anything about that brother or that sister, you know what I'm saying? I know that it can't be true because I know that brother and that sister. So when somebody says, well, the ISUPK they don't have brotherhood, then I look at that and I say, what you talking about? Captain Tawar don't have brotherhood. Captain Ariyah don't have brotherhood because I hang with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Azal War, Matazi Allah. When you talking about them, you get my point? But when you're not grounded like that, then you'll be like, oh, I guess they don't have any brotherhood. Maybe I should just go join another group. Or maybe I should even start my own group, like a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like and you could tell those type of people because they always end up revealing themselves. It just be a matter of time. You know what I mean? All right, no sweat. It says the casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High. Now, Christianity exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, right? Because in the scriptures, it tells you, do not cut a tree down, don't put it in your house, don't be singing to it. But what do Christianity do? They exalt themselves against the knowledge of the Most High. The Lord says not to eat pork. And the things that we that exalt themselves against the knowledge of the Most High, that's the demon that's telling you, hey, you could do this, you could do that. And it's exalting itself against the knowledge of the Lord, like Christianity. And it says, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, meaning that everything that we do, everything you do in the truth is to bring your mind into captivity. right? Because we've had time where we was in the world, you know what I'm saying? So when you come into the truth, you got to make up, you know what I'm saying? You got to make up to everything that you did before. You got to bring all of that into captivity, into the knowledge of Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that comes against Christ, you got to bring that into that captivity. But when we were in the world, we were just doing whatever the hell we wanted to do. We exalted ourselves against the knowledge of the Lord, right? But when we come into the truth, now we have that chance to catch up. You know what I'm saying? We got that chance to get our mind right and catch up and get into the obedience of Christ, right? It says having a readiness to revenge having a readiness to revenge all disobedience, right? Because you got to revenge that disobedience with obedience, right? Because when we were in the world, we were disobedient. But when we come into the truth, we got to revenge that disobedience with obedience, right? And it says, with the readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled, when we get ourselves together, right? That's when your obedience will be fulfilled, once you get yourself together and you do what you're supposed to do according to the Lord, all right? Let me see. Shaping in iniquity. Let me get Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 4:21. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 4:21. Let me see. Where's it at? 4:20. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 4:21. Okay, it says, Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 21. It says, for there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace, right? So there is a shame that brings about sin. When a person comes into the truth, right? The shame that you feel, there is a shame that will bring glory, right? A lot of us that came into the truth, we were ashamed of the way we were living, and that's what made us stop smoking weed. You get my point? There a lot of people that are ashamed of being drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? If you ask any drug dealer, anybody who's out on the street right now that's currently trapping, right? Which is crazy because they got cameras that, I saw a video where they got cameras that literally track. It was like they were on like a block. It was like the cameras were on a block that was like known for drugs, right? And the people walking back and forth, it created a pattern on the screen, on the computer screen. It created a pattern, and this pattern, it showed where everybody was walking at, how many, and by the way it was color coded, it showed how many people were going up to this specific building and how many people was going to a specific door. And the door that everybody it looked like, when you looking at it just straight up, it looked like, people just walking around, walking in buildings or whatever. And it didn't really look like nothing to the naked eye. But the way the AI was moving and calculating everything, the footsteps, the people that was moving and what building they were going to, what doors they were going to more frequently, they was able to look at it through a computer generated AI. It was basically telling them where the drug hole was, from the probability of people, how many times people were going to a specific building and a specific door in the damn building. They knew that that's where the drugs are being sold. That's where the drug market is, right there. And we're just walking around, just completely oblivious, and like we're getting away with something, and they literally watching you all day right there. right? But there is a shame, man, that'll bring about glory. And that's the shame that we all felt when we came into this truth, before we came into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I was ashamed of being a weed head the way I was. You know, I was ashamed of it, and that shame when I saw Captain Zariak teaching doing camp, and he was basically talking about, you know, how, you know, we could be bigger than a plant, you know, and that really, you know, that shamed the hell out of me. But that shame made me say, you know what, I don't have to be I am more than just a weed smoker. And that shame, it brought about glory, but then there is a shame that'll bring about sin too. You know what I'm saying? Because people will be shamed into doing things that they know is not right because of, it could be shame from peer pressure. It could be shame from a sister who, you know, you know, her family will shame her because they'll be like, well, you're going to be with a man that has another woman. You know, you're going to be with a man that you're going to allow yourself to be with a man like that. And then, you know what? That shame that you feel is going to make you say, you know what? You're right. He got another woman. I'm going to go have sex with another man. And that it's going to bring about sin because there is shame that'll bring sin, and there's shame that'll bring glory. You get my point? A lot of people get shamed into doing stuff that they know that they shouldn't be doing because they just, you know, they get shamed into it. You know, you get shamed into not celebrating Christmas. You know what I mean? And, you know, you get shamed because your family is all celebrating Christmas, so somebody comes and shames you for not doing it. So it's only so long that you can take the shame from your family. So, you know, because your auntie and your grandmom, they're stronger than you are spiritually. They're stronger than you are. You know, so now, you know, you didn't got shamed into, you know, going back into the world. You know, you allow people to shame you, you know, in the world. You know, a brother say, you're going to take an order from another man? You're going to let another man give you an order? You know what I'm saying? Which is the most craziest thing that I've ever heard. Because how can't you take an order from a brother that is in the same school as you, a brother that goes to war with you, but you'll take a order from a white man in the morning at your slavery? That white man tell you to mop that floor, you're gonna mop that floor as quick as hell. You'll take an order from somebody else that's not of your nation quicker than anything, but you won't take an order from your brother, and you'll allow somebody to shame you. You know what I'm saying? And now you're talking about your brother and you murmuring against your brother, or you murmuring against your sister. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't let somebody who don't have a man tell you about your relationship. You get my point? So there's a shame that'll bring sin, but then there's also a shame that'll bring glory. All right. Checking in from Dominica. Oh, Lopez. I'm checking in from Dover, Delaware. Okay. Checking in from Dover, Delaware. That's right. Get up in class, man. We in here, Dover. You know what I mean? Get in there. We got classes down there in Smyrna on Mondays and Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. And we also have classes up here in Wilmington, Delaware on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely get in contact with somebody if you're not already in class, and get in there, you know, fill those seats and bring people. You know, that's what we got to do to push this truth. We got to bring people into this truth and get them out of hell too, because that's how this whole thing is reciprocated. You know, you come into the truth, you saw somebody's light, and now you'll be that light that somebody else that's in the dark will see, and they'll come to the truth. All right? I'm just going to get another scripture. What was that? Oh, talents. Let me see that real quick. I'm going to get one more, then I'm going to be out of here. Talents. Matthew 25 and 14. Matthew 25 and 14. So this is a parable, right? Matthew 25 and 14. 25 and 14. One of my favorite scriptures. All right. So Matthew 25 and 14. I'm just going to read it real quick. It's a parable, right? Christ. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them another 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so, verse 20, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought another 5 talents. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. Verse 21, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou unto the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came unto the Lord and said, Lord, I knew thee, thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. Right? So he digs his talent in the ground, and he got that same 1 to give back. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reaped where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money in the exchangers, and then all my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him and give it to him that have 10 talents. For unto everyone that has shall be given, he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant unto outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right? So what this is talking about is when you come into the truth, right? And the Lord gives you talents, right? The Lord gives you strengths, right? And when you come into the truth, you're supposed to increase, right? You're supposed to increase. So you might be a brother or a sister that got, things that you can do to make the truth more profitable than what it was when you came in, right? Hence the term talents, right? Now, when you come into the truth, you get a set of talents. Now, you might be a brother that's just coming in. You coming in, a sister that's coming in. You get 1, right? You come in, you get 1. When you get that 1, you're supposed to increase that 1 into 2, right? If you get 2, you're supposed to increase that 2 into 4. If you get 5, you're supposed to increase that 5 into 10, right? So if you're not increasing, then you're being lazy, like the scripture says, slothful, right? And you're being unfruitful in the truth. And you want to always stay away from being unfruitful in the truth. So when the Lord came back, who was over the servants, that's a parable for when Christ returns, right? When Christ returns, he wants to see that the gifts that he gave you and blessed you with, and the Most High blessed you with, he wants to see that increased. So when he comes back, he has more than what he had before you came. You get my point? And that's how we always want to be in the truth. You want to always make sure that you're increasing some kind of way. If you've been in the truth for years and years and years, and you're not increasing any kind of way, and you've been around and you're just slothful, you're not coming to class, you're just around when we're just doing the fun stuff, then you're the one that's taking that talent and you're just putting it in the ground, and you're not doing anything with it. But everybody else around you is increasing. You know what I mean? That sister with 2 talents, that sister's making it 4. That brother with 3 talents is making it 6. So you know what's going to happen is where he said that the one that had the one talent that dug it in the ground, that buried it in the ground, he's going to take that 1 and give it to somebody that already got 10. And that's how the truth is. If you're a brother or a sister that's in the school and you can't hold down and do what you're supposed to do, then no sweat. We won't ask you for anything. We'll take what you would have been doing, and we'll put it on a brother or a sister that's already got 5 things that she's doing, or 5 things that the brother's doing. We'll just give it to somebody who's going to be more profitable than you, somebody that can handle more responsibility than you. And then you'll just be that one that had a talent and you didn't do nothing with it. So you always want to make sure when you're in the truth, you're increasing, right? And not decreasing. All right. Hopefully that helped everybody out tonight, with, being new in the truth, coming into the truth, things that you can expect while you're in the truth. And you've been around for a while, things that you can, if you're not doing it, you can check yourself on, and, just basically things that'll help you along the way. And, if y'all had any questions or whatever, y'all can throw them in the chat. But if not, then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and let everybody go and get your spirit right for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? While we got to go, to these slaveries or whatever. So, let me see. Shout out to everybody, man. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh to all the sisters. Yahweh Shema Lathan by Shem Yahweh Shai. We're going to get up out of here, man, and make sure y'all tune in and make sure you get your butt in class. With that being said, shalom.
Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK Delaware. We definitely representing doing some big things.
202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing.